and this is the weekly encounter from 7 to 8, guys. It's a pleasure to have you here, Paula, Sandra, and Camila. We are waiting for Judy, but eventually she's going to come. Let me know when she is here, guys, so that I can make her participate in the different activities that I have planned for you. So I think she's here. I have Carolina. Hello, Carolina.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, Carolina. So I'm worried because you were not in my list of this encounter, but it's okay because in this list I have Paula Andrea, Camila Andrea, Judy. Oh, you are Judy.
Yes, Yuri Carolina.
Sorry, I have you by Judy, so I got confused. Like, okay, I was going to say Carolina. Is that you? Is Judy? So nice. I have the fourth of you here. So we can start the class right now. I am going to show you a presentation of the things that we are going to be doing. So pay attention over here. Let me know if you can see this, guys. So can you see it?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you. Welcome to
I
this weekly
can't.
encounter. You can't or you can't? So
I
guys,
can't see.
with T or without T. You know that is one
With
of the
the
difficult
teacher.
things with T. Okay, so you cannot see my screen in this moment.
Yes, teacher, I can't.
Okay, what is happening
Oh,
over
yes.
here right
Now,
now?
now, yes.
Okay,
Right now.
thank you very much. So you know when I speak with native people, sometimes I don't understand if they are able or if they are not able to do something because they say I can't, but I like, did they use a T or no? Because sometimes you don't move your head when you say you can't or you can. But anyways, guys, it's nice to see you here. And we are going to start right now. Remember, this encounter is from 7 to 8, so we just have 1 hour. Let's get started. Today, we are going to have a student discussion. I am going to give you some topics, and I want you to discuss about them. I'm going to give you a timer because I want you to challenge your speech abilities, your speech skills, and speaking skills as well. And these are the objectives that we have for this class, guys. So I have two activities, one of listening and another one of speaking. With the listening activity, I want you to comprehend the main ideas of clear standard speech, including short narratives, okay? You are going to listen a conversation of two students discussing about the differences about two planets. And then with the speaking, the target for the speaking is that I want you to describe real or imaginary events. And I want you to maintain an expand conversation with a degree of fluency, giving opinions about a specific topic by providing explanations, arguments, or comments. So are you ready for this class, guys?
Yes,
Sure,
teacher.
teacher.
Okay, because ready or
Yes.
not, here we go. We are going to start with this
I'm
warm-up
ready.
activity, guys. I want you to look around your places. Maybe you are in your house, maybe you are in your workplace. I don't know where are you in this moment. I am in my house, by the way. So I want you to look around that place and look for something. Look for some objects because I want you to talk about them. And I want you to find something which you've broken and fixed. What is that object that you have broken in your house and fixed? And then I want you to look for something that you've been eating a lot recently. What is that product that you have been eating a lot recently? And go to your closet and look for something you haven't worn for over a year. Remember that we were in quarantine and maybe we stopped using fancy dress, fancy clothing because maybe we were staying in our houses or things like that. And finally, I want you to tell me to find something which you've been reading for ages and still haven't finished. what is that book that you have been reading for ages and you still haven't finished? I'm gonna give you 2 minutes, okay? 2 minutes to look for those things. Is that clear, guys? Did you understand the instructions?
Yeah, teacher, but I have a question.
Yes, tell me what is the question.
We need to show the things.
No, it's not necessary. It's not necessary. You
Okay,
just describe because I want you to describe that object,
okay, teacher.
okay? So you have 2 minutes to find the 4 items that I ask you to. It's not necessary to move around your house. If you want, you can do it, or you can stay there sitting and imagining or looking in your imagination. Okay, what is that thing I have broken and fixed? And so on. So 1, 2, 3, and go, guys. Guys, sorry, I closed the document. So here it is one more time. Okay, talking about time, I'm gonna give you extra minute so that you can finish your statements. Okay, time is up. I think it's enough for you to come up with a response. So I'm gonna give you the time so that you can give me the 4 things that you have, okay? Or you haven't, according to the instructions. I'm gonna start with Paula Andrea Rosero. Paula,
Yes, teacher.
okay. Remember that you cannot speak more than 2 minutes, okay? Try to cover the 4 items in 2 minutes. So here you go.
Okay, teacher. Um, right now I am in my bathroom. Um, because in this place is, in fact, I am in my bed. Because I, excuse me. sorry. Because in this place it is a coffee farm and it's very cool. Um, I can see my bed, in fact, two beds, my desk, my computer, um, in my run, my handwrite, my cell phone, and in this place is very beautiful because it's very natural. Um, there are many.
Okay, Paula, I am going to interrupt you
Um,
here. Paula,
What?
Paula. So I think you didn't understand the thing that we are going to start the class with, because you are describing the place you are in. You are describing that you are in your bedroom. Actually, you are in your bed on your bed in this moment. But I ask you to look around that place and look for these four objects. One object that you have broken and fixed. One object or one product that you have been eating a lot recently, one piece of clothing that you haven't worn for over a year, and a book that you've been reading for ages and still haven't finished. That is the conversation that I want you to have with me. But instead, you start doing another one, which is practice. It's okay by me, but you didn't follow the instruction. So did you understand the things that we were doing here, Paula?
Okay, teacher. Um, I eat it.
So I'm gonna go back.
Um,
I'm gonna give you plenty of time. And remember, you start to give me this, and four stories you have to tell me. So go, please.
okay, teacher. um, I have been eating a lot recently. Rice, a lot of. I I like so much. Um, many fruits, many fruits. I have I have. Mm, hi, teacher. Um, for and I don't know, teacher. My my money is in white.
Okay, don't worry. It's okay. It's okay. But you just gave
Okay,
me one answer about the product that you have been eating a lot recently, but it's okay. Let's see about the
okay,
others.
teacher.
Maybe you can organize your ideas and then you can tell me. Let's go to Camila Andrea Betancourt. Okay?
Okay, teacher. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Camila, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so start whenever you want.
Okay. Okay, teacher. I had broken my piggy bank, but I only did a small hole for hmm, can uh, mm, sorry, I did a small hole to
So that it can get fixed, right?
to take the dinner, to take the money, and then I put a piece of paper. I pasted a piece of paper, so I fix it.
Okay, nice.
Something that I had been eating is Oreo cookies with milk because I like it so much.
Delicious.
Mm, something that I haven't worn for over a year are my jeans because in the quarantine I was dressed in shirts for a long time. So now I gain uh, uh, I gain pounds.
Oh,
Yes,
really?
teacher.
You can say I gain weight. You're getting
I gain
weight.
weight. Yeah, I gain
Okay.
weight. So they are they are tight
Okay.
now.
Sorry, time is up. But tell me about the last one. Tell me about the book you've been reading for ages and still haven't finished.
Okay, it's a book that I had to read on the school, but I don't finish. Is the Sophia's World.
Oh, Sophia's War. I is that the story of philosophy?
Yeah.
Oh, that is a very beautiful book. I remember I read that one when I was in high school. So thank you very much. That was nice to listen. All of them, because you gave me all of them. So let's listen to Judy, to Carolina. Are you ready, Carolina?
Hi, teacher. Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, one, two, three, go.
Okay, about the object broken. So I broke a plate. Yes, and when I was eating, I tried to fix it, but it's a little complicated. And also about the eating, I had eating is a chicken. I love the chicken all the time, and I had eaten a lot of because I don't know, it's very delicious. And also maybe the chocolate or candies I had eaten a lot recently. About the had I have been work. I think I haven't not been using the ear straightener. Yes, I think it say this way since my hair used to burn a lot. And
Can
for
you
the
repeat that? What is the product that you have that you haven't used or worn?
is on the hair is straightener. Is in Spanish the plancha el cabello.
Okay, okay, yes, I
Yes.
got it. I got it. Yeah.
Yes, this object I have now using. I have not been using. Sorry. And also about the I had been reading. It's a book called Rich and Poor Father, and that I had been reading, but for some reasons, something I started not sure one, and I hope to finish this book because it's so interesting. It's about the financial freedom, about the economy, about something about that, and it's good teacher.
Okay, that's
It's a
nice. Thank you.
it's a no it's a book very no, and I think the people some people
It's
had
a well-known book. It's a well-known book. Okay, because
yeah.
it's like a pure, popular book.
Do you know
Okay.
this book?
To be honest with you, I haven't read that one. I haven't read that one yet.
Okay,
Maybe that is one of the books. No, no, that is not true. I haven't read that one. But thank you very much. Okay,
thank you,
so I
teacher.
know that you told us that you love chicken, right? So it's not necessary to use the chicken, okay? There is very Spanish English, it's Spanish to English, okay? Because in Spanish we use el, la all the time. But in English, it's not necessary. When you are going to talk on a specific thing, like chicken, for
Okay,
example,
yeah.
it's not necessary. But yes, it's delicious. I agree with you. Thank you, Carolina.
Okay, thank
Now
you,
let's
teacher.
go with Sandra. Hey, Sandra.
Hi.
I want you to
Again,
share
everyone.
about your stuff over here. So one, two, three, go.
Okay. Well, in the first is a strange time and the crazy time to the pandemic, and well, it's incredible. But well, I can see that recently I broken my cell phone or the screen of my cell phone. But well, I fix it and I change for completely my cell phone, and it's true for me. And well, for the other question, I can say I have not been eating much. On the contrary, I maintain the healthy diet and exercise. But it's very strange because my daughter and my son all time, maybe for the anxiety or the other thing or the growth, all time want to eating. Um, well, the other question you have. Okay. Well, I think that is it's necessary for me to practice music, and I have a piano. But in this time, it's impossible for me because I prepare my thesis. I have a work. I finish different subjects in the university, but it's impossible because I don't have the time to practice in my piano, and it's very bad for me because I forgot maybe different things for this instrument. And the finally question, well, I tried all time to reading the Bible, but in the English version, but it's very difficult because it's the oldest language, and it's very strange to the vocabulary and the other things. Thank you, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that was great. And yes, it's true. Bible, because I also have the Bible in English, and sometimes it's difficult because it's old English. But it's funny how the things that you can learn about old English, like the differences and things like that. So thank you very much, guys. Camila, it was Paula Andrea. Paula Andrea, what do you think now? Do you think that you deserve a second chance to give me the answer of the four questions? Paula?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, so I know that you are ready in this moment because you could see the
Okay,
examples and you can just go. So I'm gonna go with the timer
okay, teacher.
and go,
Thanks.
please.
Um, I have broken first in this situation of the pandemic for by COVID-19. Um, mm, uh, it have it has difficult time for more people um, because the sick the symptoms many people died in the last year and this year so broken in the situation of the love maybe um one one time because in the love broken
Oh, so
with both.
you are telling us that you broke you have broken your heart, but then you fixed your heart.
Yeah.
You
Yes,
recover
teacher.
from that situation. Okay, and what about
Yes.
the product that, oh, you tell us about the thing that you have been eating a lot recently, but what about this one? What is that thing that you haven't worn for over a year?
Um. Okay, teacher. I have um I have a read a book in
Oh, you're
English.
the last one,
I
yeah.
want, but teacher, I don't have the opportunity because in my town um in this moment is close the library, and
Okay.
I yes, teacher, I can't to get the book, the English book, and that want it.
And
Yes, teacher.
what is that? What is the name of that book you want to read, but you are not able because the closing of the library in your town? What is the name of that
Um,
book?
teacher, really cualquiera,
Okay.
pero quiero uno.
Thank
Yes,
you
teacher.
very much. Okay. So guys, you did an excellent job. And remember that it's important to follow the instructions and to come up with the proper tense. Remember that in here we were discussing about the present perfect. So you can use the structure like I've broken this and then I fix it. I have, or I haven't. And over here, worn in Spanish is usar o usado, but it refers only to clothing, okay? It does not refer to an object because in that way you can use. For example, some of you say the air object or the piano. So you say something I haven't used, but worn is a verb just for clothing. But anyways, that was perfect. Thank you very much. Let's go to the other activity. This is going to be a listening time activity, okay? So we are going to listen this conversation that is called a student discussion. And then I want you to answer the following task with me. So here it is. I want you to listen to two students comparing Mars and Earth, because in that way you can practice and improve your listening skills. Here we go. This is the conversation, and I want you to listen carefully because we are going to solve task number 1. Okay, this task number 1 is going to help us with a lot of information about these two planets, Earth and Mars. Okay, so let's listen. What do they have to tell us about Earth and Mars?
This recording is from the British Council.
Are you listening to it?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you've got a few minutes to discuss with your partner.
So, as far as I know, the main similarity between Mars and Earth is that they can both support human life.
Yeah, but do we know that's actually true? I mean, Mars is much colder than Earth, isn't it? It says here it's about minus 55 degrees most of the time, whereas on Earth, only places like Antarctica get that cold.
Okay, so this is the first information about this listening, guys. According to what you heard, which planet which planet is colder, Earth or Mars?
Mars.
Mars, okay. She said that it's colder because on Earth is that cold, but only in the Antarctic. So yeah, it's gonna be, it's Mars. Mars, okay. Let's listen the other information about the differences.
True. Well then, I suppose you could say both planets are a similar distance from the Sun.
No way! Mars is much further away. It says here it's about 228 million kilometers, while Earth is about 150 million.
Okay, what about this one? According to that information, which planet is closer to the sun? Which planet is closer to the sun, Earth or Mars?
Earth.
They say Earth. Yes, because Mars is further. Okay, let's go to the other information.
Yes, but in space that's not that far. Jupiter is like almost 780 million kilometers. That's why we use astronomical units when we talk about distance in space. Earth is 1 astronomical unit from the Sun, and Mars is 1.3. The difference doesn't sound so big when you look at it that way.
I see what you mean. Jupiter is 5.2 astronomical units, so I guess you're right. What other similarities are there between the two planets?
Let's see. Not the colour, obviously.
Yeah, Earth is called the blue planet, and Mars is called the red planet for pretty obvious reasons.
Their sizes are pretty different. Mars is about half the size of Earth.
Okay, their sizes. Mars is about half the size of the Earth. So according to that information, which planet is 50% smaller, the Earth or Mars?
Mars.
Mars is 50% smaller. Okay. Okay, sorry. Okay, let's go to the other information.
What about this? It looks like the days on both planets are almost the same length. Earth's day is 24 hours, but Mars's is about half an hour longer.
What about the days? Which planet has a longer day? Mars?
Mars.
And what is the difference? How many hours does the Earth have and how many hours does Mars have on a day or in a day?
Earth has 24 hours,
Yes. And what
but I
about
don't listen the hours of Mars.
Okay, let's go
She,
back to the what is there anyone there who knows how many hours does Mars have? Let's listen one more time.
Hours, but Mars's is about half an hour longer.
Mars is about half an hour longer. So what is the difference? What is half? Half is when you divide something into two. So half is the middle. For example, when I say 6.5 is 6:30 because it's 30 is the middle of 60 minutes. So they say that they say a half. So it means that the Earth has 24 hours and Mars has 24 hours plus 30 minutes more. Okay, let's continue listening to the final information.
You're right. Okay. Any other things they both share?
I suppose you could say they have water in common.
Could you? How?
Well, Earth is 70% water, and Mars probably had huge oceans in the past.
Okay, what about water? According to the information, which planet used to have water?
can you repeat the question, please,
Which
teacher?
planet used to have water, according to the information?
Mars.
Mars. This is pretty obvious because of the tense. You can see that he's talking about past, and the lady said that Mars used to have in the past oceans. Okay, so let's continue with the rest of it.
It's just that most of the water there now is probably frozen.
Ah, I see. I don't think we can say the air is the same, though. Most of Earth's air is nitrogen and oxygen. But Mars...
Mars doesn't really have air, not compared with Earth. It's got...
There you go. The air. They were talking about the air, the nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide. So according to this information, which planet has more nitrogen and oxygen than carbon dioxide? Earth or Mars?
Mars.
Earth.
Earth, okay? Because on Mars, you can find a lot of carbon dioxide. That is the reason that is a very tough planet. But we have a lot of nitrogen and oxygen. So that would be Earth. And according to this information, which planet has more air?
Here?
Yes, because it has more nitrogen and oxygen. So that is the reason it
Earth.
has more air. Now, finally, let's talk about the gravity. According to the information you are going to listen, which planet has a stronger gravity?
Got about 1% as much air as Earth.
Right. And it's mostly carbon dioxide.
Gravity is another difference. I didn't know this, but Mars has higher gravity than the moon. But it's much less than on Earth, of course.
Oh, yes.
There you go. What about the gravity?
Mars.
Which planet has
Mars,
stronger gravity? Mars?
Mars,
Compared to what?
because Mars has an height gravity.
Let's go
Compared
back
to
Like
the
again.
moon.
like a moon.
Compared to the moon. So it's up the comparison that we are making here, the difference are between the Earth and Mars. The moon does not have anything to do here in this comparison. So they say, pay attention what they say there.
On Earth, of course.
Oh, yes. It says that Mars has about 38% of Earth's gravity. Oh, yeah.
Moon. Is another difference. I didn't know this, but Mars has higher gravity than the moon.
Mars has higher gravity than the what?
The moon.
Than the moon, okay?
But it's much less than on Earth.
But it's much lesser than Earth, okay? So it means that the planet that has a stronger gravity, which one?
Earth.
The Earth. Perfect. So I think we got to the end. Sorry, guys. And we did great in this one. Okay, now guys, let's go back to the presentation and I want you to have a discussion with me. Now that you were listening about Mars and all those differences that you see, similarities and differences, I want you to think about the following statement. Do you think people will live on Mars one day? Yes? No? Why? Do you think people will live on Mars one day? That is the question. I'm gonna give you some time to think to think about the response that you are going to give me, and then you are going to have other 2 minutes to talk about the life on Mars. Is that possible? Is that impossible? You can make predictions. You can speculate. If you are not sure, you can use your imagination to tell me if it's that possible to live on Mars one day. Okay, guys? Go, please. You are going to organize your ideas first. I want to use the timer so that I can save time in the class moments. So go, guys. Maybe no more than 2 minutes to organize the speech that you are going to tell me, answering this question over here. Do you understand?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Okay. If you have any question, don't forget to tell me. Okay, time is up, guys. No more time to discuss about this. So let's go. Paula, what do you think about this question? Is difficult to answer? or not? I want you to give me an answer about this. Are you ready?
I think that is question maybe possible, teacher, because the technology um the technology have evolution very well, and I can I can question the 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 live in another planet, um, because today some people traveled to the moon, and they can travel to 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 mm, to the moon, and mm, on the other hand, I consider that it is impossible because the Mars has gravity, and it is situation that it is impossible to live one people in this planet. Mm, I think that, teacher.
Okay, very good. And no, don't forget always to close your speech. And that is all, and that's it. And that's my opinion, no more. Because
Okay,
in that way, you can start, you can keep, and you can close a conversation. Thank you very much about that one. Then you were telling me
thank you,
about the
teacher.
evolution of technology, but you use
Mm,
the verb of evolution. The verb to evolution is going to be evolve, evolve. So technology has
mm,
evolved, and that would be great. Thank you very much, Paula.
mm.
That was great. What
Thank you,
about Camila
teacher.
Andrea?
Yeah,
Camila?
teacher.
Okay, go please.
Yeah, okay, teacher. I think that one day people will live on Mars because I think the NASA is an important organization that is doing secret researches about the other planets. So I think that they they know more things that we don't know. Yeah. So I think with that, with those researchers, they can they can decide if it's possible to live in another planet. But I think that is possible because the technology is advancing day a day, and the man is always searching for life in other planets. So I think one day people can travel to Mars, and maybe with can live with glass holes while the body get used to the atmosphere, and then they can live uh, normally. So that's my opinion, teacher.
That's great. Thank you. I thought that you were not going to say to close your opinion. So that's why that was my opinion. And it's nice because you were using references from the picture over here. You talk about the glass places where they would live, and you covered almost the 2 minutes. Thank you very much, Camila. That was nice. And what about Judy? Hey, Judy.
Hi, teacher. Sorry, I got a problem with
Okay,
my audio.
don't worry.
Okay,
Go, please.
so first of all, I think that living on the red planet is impossible. It's completely because the conditions don't let, yes, because due to the atmospheric characteristics we could die, yes, die, because here there is water about the the mar had a problem with the radiation, solar radiations, and and also we couldn't breathe because about the here there is in water all the polos uh, is covered about the carbon dioxide. Yes. Also travel here it could take a long time, and it also will be very very expensive. The costs will be so expensive, many dollars. Yes, much dollars, and for to take the people really, and travel the Mars is a astronaut's dream. Yes, because there are different investigation about how is the light in Mars, or maybe can be the aliens. Yes, and I think that is impossible. Yes, because about there is in water make you, or there is cold. Yes, very hot the weather, and also the height the height.
Okay, try to give me a conclusion. Try
Okay, I think that
to conclude your speech.
is so impossible about the codes. Yes, and about the condition or the place or the planet.
Thank
Sorry.
you. Okay, thank you, Judy. That was nice. I have some recommendation. You say that people couldn't breathe, like la gente no podría respirar allí. So when you say no podría in English, you cannot use couldn't, because that couldn't is going to be in past for something that, for example, yesterday I couldn't go to school because I was sick or things like that. But in this occasion, you can say people won't be able to breathe,
Okay.
won't be able to
One.
breathe. Yes, and then remember that money is something uncountable. So it's not proper to say many money or many dollars, much money, a lot of money. Maybe if you want to say that is a lot of money, you can say a lot instead of many. That would be great. But anyways, it was excellent that you gave me all your opinion about this, about people living on Mars. Finally, let's go to Sandra. Let's listen to Sandra, okay?
Okay, teacher.
1, 2, 3, go.
Well, this topic is very controversial topic, but in my personal opinion, I think that the people advanced in the technology, in the technology. I agree with Camila or Carolina. I'm sorry, I forget. But it's very important for the humanity to try to become go to the other planets. Maybe in 1969, when the first human was to the moon or in the moon, with the short or little a little technology, is incredible how in this year the people obtain this objective, but in this moment is more more easy. And well, I interested to the Diana Trujillo engineer for this year, and it seems to me that the new generation can adapt to the situation, because this pandemic demonstrated this thing. And well, the people are more interested into the advance. And in conclusion, I think that is possible, and it's very interesting because the other time I saw a movie when an astronaut left behind could survive the farming, and is important. This I think that is very necessary to obtain different things. Thank you.
Okay, you're very welcome. That was nice. Uh, that was nice. Thank you very much, Sandra. I want you to take into account these things. And this is a recommendation for all of you guys. Remember that sometimes when we are having a speech in English, Spanish come into our minds and it's there all the time. So we have to stop the Spanish structure, okay? And
Yes.
remember that it's not necessary to say the people, the people, the people, the people, the people. Is not necessary all the time. You just go and
All
people,
right,
people,
teacher.
people, technology, and that would be great. So, but don't worry because that is the reason of our Spanish. Nosotros necesitamos él. Si no lo utilizamos, nos volvemos locos. Pero entonces, digámosle al cerebro, tranquilícese, tranquilícese. English in English is not necessary. So that was great. Then you gave me good examples, maybe with dates when you talk about people traveling to the moon, and then you were giving that. Come on, if at that time it was possible to go there with a few technology, what is going to happen next? And then when you say like the other time, la otra vez, in English, it's better to say the other day. Oh, the other day I was talking about this with a friend of mine or things like that. And I love when you say in conclusion. Guys, it's perfect when you start, keep, and finish a conversation using sentences for starting and for finishing. So that was great. That was a nice activity that you did today, guys. The idea of these encounters is for you to practice the language. And here I could see that you have plenty of time to practice it, taking notes, organizing your ideas, your speech. And I recommend you to keep practicing because that is the idea, uh, improving every day. So you were very good today, and I know that you can be better tomorrow. So thank you very much, guys, for attending this class. And I have to say goodbye now. This is all for today. I'm gonna stop recording it, and you can get disconnected because class is dismissed.
Okay, thank you, teacher.